What is up, you guys? This is Spidey1997, and today we're finally going to be taking a look at the new Marvel Legends series. We have the new Marvel 80th anniversary, or Marvel 80 years of Marvel, and we finally have a new classic look for Iron Man. And I gotta say, man, Hasbro is killing it with Marvel Legends this year. The new 80th anniversary for the Marvel line is amazing. There's a lot of figures that I really want to get that I still don't have in hand. So I'm still missing the Hulk with the Wolverine 2-pack. I do want to I still need to look for the Captain America one, the classic Thor. What else? I think there's the Colossus with the Juggernaut. I've heard that people are finding those in Target, but unfortunately or sadly, I haven't been able to find those at my local Target. So hopefully one day I will eventually find it. But for now, I found this guy at Target yesterday. They didn't. First of all, this wasn't on the shelf. I had to ask an employee to if they could look in the back end. Luckily, the guy was nice enough to look in the back end. He brought these out, and they only had the Iron Man figures. Unfortunately, they didn't have Thor or the Hulk and Wolverine. Also, they didn't have the Colossus with the Juggernaut 2-pack, which I would have loved if they had that. But sadly, they didn't. But it's okay because I still have a new figure. This Iron Man, I gotta say, and I'm gonna say it right now, is probably the definitive Iron Man for Marvel Legends. This is actually the best, well, in my opinion, this is actually the best classic Iron Man in Marvel Legends, or in plastic form. And I gotta say, Hasbro has killed it, like I said. So accessories that he comes with are this Tony Stark head sculpt, which is really nice. This is actually a really nice classic looking Tony Stark. So this is basically how he looked back in like the 80s and 70s. Very, very nice. The pupils are painted nicely. The eyes, the eyebrows are painted nicely. His mustache is painted also nicely. Very nice. The hair, it's just a black. There's no wash to it, but, or is there? I think there is. I'm gonna say there's a brown wash, like a more lighter brown wash. Maybe it's just the lighting, but I think there's a wash. Yeah, I think there is. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, in person it looks like there is a wash, but very nice. And just a really nice, cool looking Tony Stark. That was before Robert Downey Jr. portrayed him. And then you have another head sculpt, which is I guess this is more of a, the head looks the same to me, but the only difference I see is the mask or the armor piece. It looks like he has a nose, so that's pretty cool. I do like how they give you options to display with the head, but this is really cool, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. You can see some inside right there. You can see inside right there. That's just really nice detail. It's just black on the eyes. Iron Man didn't have the LED lights light up on his eyes back then, I guess because technology wasn't like that back then. But really cool. I still like this head sculpt, but I'm not going to display it with this one. I'm going to display it with the one I have right now that is on the figure. So other accessories he comes, let me take him off the display real quick and let me just bring him down. The other accessory, he comes with a decent amount of accessories. He comes with these blast effects that are all the Iron Mans come with. Except they're not translucent this time. They're actually painted, or I don't know if they are painted, but they're not translucent. But they're basically the same, just not translucent. Let me see if I can bring this is the blast effect and this is the blast effect that came with the vintage Iron Man. So this is more translucent. This is more solid, and I think this is more longer. Is it? Yeah, I feel like this is more longer, so, I don't know. I can't really, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say that it's a little longer, but it could be the same size, and yeah, and he comes with these, and I've never seen these before. I don't know if these are new, or, I don't know, but they look pretty cool. I'm not going to lie, they look cool. There's a lot of options you can do. You can put it in his hand, and you can put the blast effect and give him more of a bigger blast effect, which is pretty dope, I ain't going to lie. I do like that, but you have options that you can put these on his feet, and the ones that he's shooting to repulsor blast. So Yeah, so those are all the accessories he comes with. And let's take a closer look at the figure itself. And man, this figure is just gorgeous looking, man. And I just realized I forgot to do something. I forgot to show you the packaging. So quick, just let me show you this quick. So you got Marvel 80 Years Legend Series. Of course, the figure was in there. Iron Man. You got a nice picture of a classic looking Iron Man. Same image of Iron Man. And you got another picture of Iron Man, which looks really dope. But look, I think this is inspired by the Alex Ross artwork? I think that's the artist's name. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is what the figure is inspired by. It's more of the Alex Ross design. Same with the cap and I think the Thor. But really cool. So let me just straighten them up and put them in this vanilla pose. And let's take a closer look at the head sculpt. And the head sculpt on this one is just so freaking awesome, man. Wow. This is just really cool, man. I really like the way this looks. You can see the arc reactor right here. You got the lights right here on his chest. The gold paint on his leg is painted really nicely. I think it's paint. Yeah, I have a feeling it's paint. So that's cool. And you got the boots. Very nice. Here's the back. The back muscle. Overall, man, this is just a really outstanding looking figure. Got the barcode right there, which still bothers me, but wish they could just put it on the bottom of the feet, but it's okay. But really cool, man. And another accessory I forgot to mention he came with is 2 fists. So he comes with 2 fists. These have hinges, so that's cool. Unfortunately, the repulsor blast hands don't have hinges. They're just solid, so you can't bend them down. Don't even try, because you will break it. But unfortunately, they don't have the hinge on this hand, which sucks, because now you have to have him like he's about to fly or something. Would have been nice if you could give him a hinge so you could just, you know, make his hand look like he's calm or something, or he's not in battle or something. But other than that, it's still pretty cool. Let me take these off real quick and just put on the fist. And on my copy of the figure, they feel a little loose on the joint. Yeah, you can see it's a little loose, but it's okay. Just take this off real quick and just put these fists in here. Since these have a hinge, just put these in. There you go. Okay. Now, articulation wise, his head can look up about that far, which is really nice. Can look down pretty good. You got side to side, a little bit of head pivot. His shoulders can go all the way around. His shoulders can go out about this far up. Does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, which is a little tight on mine. You got double jointed elbows. Does this? No, it does not. I thought I was gonna rotate at the cuff of the glove, but you got the wrist swivels. Hinges goes up and down. Of course, the repulsor hands don't have hinges, so these have hinges. He does have an ab crunch that goes forward this far. It goes back about this far, which is really nice. Does have a waist swivel. Legs can kick forward about this far. Can kick back not so much. Side or outward, which is a pretty good amount. Does have a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. Got a boot swivel. Feet can go down, can go up a pretty good amount, and he does have ankle pivot, which is a plus. And I feel like this is actually, I don't know, I could be mistaken, but I feel like this is the only comic Iron Man for Marvel Legends that has an ankle pivot, because all the, at least the Iron Mans that I have from Hasbro that are comic base wise don't have ankle pivots, which is a plus, which is a bummer. But for this one guy, this is a plus, so I'm really happy that he has ankle pivots. So let me give you a quick size comparison with the other Iron Man figures that I have. They are from the past, of course. Here's the Extremis Iron Man. This is a really old figure. It's pretty dusty, so I do apologize. But yeah, you can see that he is taller than the Extremis Iron Man. And I ain't gonna lie, this is my favorite armor for Iron Man. I just wish he was taller. Maybe if Hasbro could go back to this armor and even re-release this, just make this new sculpt, but the same armor, it would be nice. Because I really do like this armor. I believe this is the armor that he used for Civil War in the comics. I could be wrong, but I feel like he wore this in the Civil War comics. So still to this day, this is my favorite armor. Just wish he was a bit bulkier, like this guy right here. So still, he's still a great figure. I'm still gonna keep him, but this is of course the classic look for Iron Man. And another kind of classic look for Iron Man, probably the 90s. This is the vintage series Iron Man right here. You can see all the Iron Mans are pretty short from Hasbro from the past, which is kind of funny, but it's pretty cool, man. Like Hasbro has come along with better quality for figures, and they make them more, you know, in scale, better proportion. Unfortunately, this Iron Man has like ball joints for the legs. These kind of joints right here, I just don't like those, man. Those are really annoying because you have to keep swiveling and rotating, and that is just stupid. I don't like that. I will say I do like the way this looks too. Like, this is of course the classic Iron Man, probably 90s era maybe. I get like a 90s vibe with this Iron Man, and this is like 80s and 70s Iron Man. Maybe 60s. No, I think more 70s and 80s. But still, man, this is just really, really cool. So those are all the Iron Mans that I have in my Marvel Legends collection. So really cool. So let me just take these out. And if you guys want to know, these effects do plug in to this one if you want it. If you don't like those yellow blast effect, you can use these translucent ones, which I actually do like. But I think I'll stick with the yellow ones. Still really cool. Overall, really pleased to finally have a classic Iron Man, which is dope, man. This is sick. I'm just geeking out over this. This is probably my favorite Iron Man figure in my display, hands down. Probably one of my favorite Iron Man figures, and probably the definitive looking Iron Man for Marvel Legends, with better articulation, better proportion, and just looks like you can. Another describable way to say it is you can actually believe this is a human being under this armor, because the proportion looks like a human being, and it's an armor, of course, over him. So that's pretty cool. All the Iron Mans from the at least the ones I showed you they just look too skinny. They look too out of proportion, and you can't believe a human is in there. So that's another gripe that I had with these Iron Man. But overall, man, this is just a gorgeous Iron Man. And before I leave, let me just swap the head off. And these heads are pretty tight, so let me just pop in the Tony Stark off camera, because I just got this figure. Don't want to break it. But here is the Tony Stark head sculpt right here, and man, this looks so cool. Wow. Yes, I don't know. Now I kind of want to leave him like this. Man, if you want, you could just display him like this. Like, I see a lot of people do this when they display him. You can pretend like he's holding his helmet, and just put this in here. It's pretty tricky, but once you get it, and you'll get the hang of it. There you go. So you can have him holding his helmet if you want. I see a lot of people display the figures and the helmet just fell, but you get the idea. You can display him like that if you want. And yeah, so there you go. So overall, guys, do I recommend this guy? Absolutely. If you guys are looking for a definitive classic Iron Man, go get the 80th anniversary Iron Man. One of the best Iron Man, in my opinion. I believe Target is starting to have them, and I think GameStop, maybe, I don't know if Walmart has them, but I'm pretty sure everyone is finding them at Target. Also, the Juggernaut 2-pack with Colossus is also at Target. I see a lot of people finding that. And also the Hulk and Wolverine 2-pack. So stay on the lookout for that. Hopefully you guys find something eventually from your local area. You know, these guys are really hard to find, because I can tell that everyone is on the fence on getting these guys. So, you know, keep going to your Targets, keep looking, keep calling, telling employees to look in the back. You know, hopefully you guys will find these guys, and I can't wait to get Thor and Captain America, because I really want mostly the Captain America, because the Captain America just looks more unique. And, you know, the sculpted scales, man, come on, man. We've never had it on a Hasbro figure for Captain America. We got one in the vintage series with scales, but those were painted on, so I can't wait for that Captain America. So I'm talking a lot. So that's all I have to say, guys. So please comment, subscribe. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you really enjoyed this video. And this is Spidey 1997 signing out, and have a great day. Thanks for watching, guys.